Hello, as usual it's me Pavlo and it's your daily dose of Ukrainian accent and story about interesting audio gadget. So today we'll tell you about yet another not new model and it's once again from the Final Audio, it's UX3000 and it's their full-size headphones, Bluetooth model wireless, but unlike my previous review, it's not kind of retro review to see what they are capable of, because UX3000 still have a really good value. They offer a lot of modern features like active noise cancelling, good microphones with voice isolation, overall nicely tuned, and they have a really competitive price. They cost about $130. Depending on country and shops and discounts, so pretty interesting model, and let's have a closer look to see what they indeed offer in this pretty affordable segment. As you can see, package is simple but not minimalistic. It has nice polygraphy, different features listing, different specifications on the back side, so everything to tame down your curiosity about specifications and other stuff like that. Inside we're getting plastic tray with headphones themselves, also USB Type-C cable, audio cable, and most likely this is a snow white storage pouch. So let me remove all this package carefully and we'll go back to the review. In terms of design, it's pretty typical inexpensive full-size headphones. I have a pure white version. It looks so clean, so pristine. And also there is a pure black version. Of course, if I'd select a color myself, I'd go for the black one. It's more practical, but I must admit that white one also looks really appealing. But what sets this model out from other competitors is that Final Audio used here their signature plastic with texture. It reminds the plastic that is used in their ZE3000, for example, that I reviewed some time ago, and it gives you a bit different experience when you're touching them, and I must admit that it's pretty pleasant. They are lightweight, made almost of plastic, but there is no cheap squeaking or screeching or something like that. Of course, here we have really protein leather, really folks one, but it's soft. So headband is really good in distributing weight, really comfortable in wearing, soft part here. And the clamping force is nice. It's slightly above average, but not too much. So they provide a reliable stand on your head. And they also have good amount of adjustment for the size. So even for pretty big heads, they will fit nicely. And they have metal here, and they have this really tight clicker, so you can adjust equal size on both sides. For me, it's really important. I kind of have some form of obsessive compulsive disorder. They can be folded inside for comfortable carrying, which is really good for the on-the-go headphones. They can be rotated flat, and let me see which one is left and which one is right. So I've lost a little bit. So yeah, this one is left, this is right, so they rotate cups out. Still don't know why. For me, more logical is to rotate them cups in, but anyway. So they have slight dent, slight bump mark on the left cup, so it's easy to feel it by hand. They have nice, soft, and actually hybrid ear pads, but they are pretty small. So let's find out how small they are. So 6 centimeters and like 3 centimeters. So if you have medium or small ears, it will be okay. But for the bigger ears, of course, you will touch them. My ears barely fit in these cups. I can feel that ear pads touching my ear, but for me it's still okay. Of course, they have pretty decent passive sound isolation, but active one is also adding here. It's one of the best active noise cancellations in this segment. Of course, it's slightly short below, falls shortly below. Sorry, forgot the proper wording here. So they're slightly inferior compared to Sony, Apple, and other big players. But for the 2 times less price, it's pretty decent results. It works good with low frequency and mid frequency noises and suffer a little bit with high frequency ones. But still, result is pretty good, and this vacuum sense that active noise cancelling gives here with these headphones is really low. Unfortunately, there is no transparency mode or companion app, so basically you can just turn on and turn off active noise cancellation, and that's it. But what is positive here, you can use active noise cancelling with wired connection. But to be honest, I rather won't bother with wired connection because it doesn't boost sound quality. So better use it just in the wireless mode, and that's it. So here on the left cup we have active noise cancelling button and USB Type-C charging port. On the right cup we have on-off, we have volume control and 3.5mm connector. And you can see that we have bunch of microphones in different places to provide this active noise cancellation feature. In general, in my opinion, for this price, it's pretty okay option. Not perfect, but pretty decent. Here is a traditional microphone test. I am recording this part of the video with headphones on, using their microphones, and actually this is my lab microphone that I usually use for record sound. So this part will give you an idea of how microphones of these headphones sound. So what do you think about it? When it comes to the sound, it's a matter of whether we're taking price into account or not. Because if we won't take price into account, there are some things to be grumpy about, like not the most even treble, a bit coloration of low frequencies with bass, but for the price we have, like, I think it's a really good sound. It's balanced, it's natural, and it's not oversaturated with anything. So there is no attempt to make it super sharp or analytical and pseudo-analytical, of course. And at the same time, there is no attempt to make it really bassy, boomy, and forget about mids and stuff like that. So we're getting a bit of accented low frequencies, but not too much, with pretty decent resolution, with good depth, probably the maximum possible depth for the aptX codec, with nice rumble, slight hint of additional weight, and good for the Bluetooth resolution. Of course, compared to wired headphones, it's not great and lacking a bit of texture, but for the Bluetooth it's pretty nice, and there is almost no this resonance of cups. Probably there is some damping inside here, or it's done by digital signal processing, I don't know, but you're not getting this sense of cheap plastic resonance that is typical for many Bluetooth headphones of this and lower price tier. So normal bass, and it's even pretty enjoyable even with natural instruments. So here is an example, and actually it's the first example. It's Casey Abrams, I Put a Spell on You, and acoustic bass here sounds pretty natural, so I was kind of surprised to hear it. No exaggeration, no additional weight, no overblowing, and actually pleasant sound. Of course, it's lacking a bit of naturalness, some small nuances and details, but for this price I'd say it's great. On the really bass heavy tracks, of course, bass is shadowing mids, but it's just physics and it's unavoidable. Bass transition to mids pretty smoothly and fluidly. There is a slight coloration of lower mids by worms of bass, but actually not too much. And mids don't sound too slow or too soft. There is a slight accent on the upper mids and treble to make everything a bit more spicy. Resolution is just good. Stage is about average in width and in depth, so not superb, but not great, not terrible actually. With my accent, this phrase sounds just correctly. So, instrument separation is nice. Of course, zero nitpicking, zero issues highlighting, but at the same time, pretty okay listening experience for non-audiophiles. And here is an example. It's Speed King by the Deep Purple. Nice keyboard intro and pleasant sounding overall track. Of course, there is a slight hint of added worms, but actually it's not spoiling the impressions. It's to my taste, it even complements this track because it sounds a bit more vintage in this case, and you getting slightly accented bass part of the track, but at the same time vocal and percussions also sounds pretty normal. And the treble, it's not super sharp, but it's slightly accented and of course not absolutely even, but at the same time not terrible. Extension is just about average, but it's more about the Bluetooth than about the headphones, and it's done in a nice way. Of course, if you're sensitive to the treble, it can be a bit too harsh for you, but at the same time you're getting nice amount of overtones. No layering, of course, but air is here, overtones are here, so timbre-rich instruments also sounds pretty okay. If we go nitpicking, of course, it's not the most even treble, not the most refined, but honestly, for this price, it's good both in terms of amount and in terms of quality. Even with relatively complex tracks, it's a pretty enjoyable experience. And example is Lindsey Stirling, Shatter Me. Like, I remember about 10 years ago, Lindsey was a viral sensation of the internet, and this track has a lot of treble, of course not absolutely natural, lot of post-production, lot of different effects, but still violin is present here, and these headphones represented on a pretty enjoyable level with nice amount of overtones. Same applies to the other instruments and basic vocal overtones too. So once again, to summarize, pretty natural sound signature, slightly on the fun side with a hint of additional weight and probably a bit of additional punch, but not too much. Compared to more expensive models, of course, there could be a lot of bragging and a lot of grumpiness, but for this price, I'd say sound is really good, natural and pretty enjoyable. Speaking about the comparisons, only model in this price range I can recall, it's Mi Audio Matrix. They released few different versions, and the last one I reviewed was pretty similar in terms of design and at the same time in terms of sound. Here you're getting a bit more refined sound signature, probably due to better signal processing. You're getting more natural, more balanced sound signature. But Matrix is all pretty old model. I don't know did Mi Audio updated it or not. And probably I haven't heard some other good models in about $100 segment, but so far it's the best model I've heard in this segment. By the way, if you can recommend some inexpensive full-size headphones, Bluetooth one, please write a comment. I will try to get them for review because I'm interested in this segment. And here is actually my Bose Quiet Comfort that I use pretty much on the go during my commutes. You can definitely see the inspiration that actually not even only final audio, but all Bluetooth headphones inexpensive got from the Bose, like buttons layout, headband design, cups, and so on. So both have deeper cups, they are angled inside, so a bit more complicated, but both costs like 2+ times more. So they offer better noise cancelling. They offer a bit bigger resolution, but actually they are a bit brighter also. They're making more focus on the mids and treble and less bass. So here you're getting more bass. So even not always Bose is better for music listening, it's more a matter of taste. But of course not sonical features makes Bose a clean winner. But in absolute aspect, if we're talking about good value for the price, Final Audio is like a great full-size headphones. So once again, I'm kind of happy that I have an opportunity to get acquainted with another Final Audio model. Thank you for listening, thank you for your attention, and of course have a great day.